Hey, what's up guys? Jakey here. Today we're going to be checking out the Ninjutso Sora V3. This is actually the first mouse from Ninjutso that I've actually tried, but obviously I've heard a lot of good things about them. I did hear that the early versions of the Sora V3 had some sensor and firmware issues, but apparently that's fixed now with the latest batches. So hopefully there's no issues with my copy, but if there is, obviously we'll talk about that. The Sora V3 comes in two different colorways. You can either get this in a black or white color, and it also is retailing for $120 USD, which isn't exactly a budget mouse, but it's also not flagship pricing like the Viper V4 or the Logitech Superstrike. So in the box, you will get the mouse itself. This is what the top of the mouse looks like, left side and right side. You do have the branding here on the left side of the mouse. And then on the bottom, this does not come with skates pre-installed. You have a choice between regular skates as well as dot skates in the box. But this is actually pretty nice because that means you can put on your own skates if that's what you like. If you have some custom dot skates that you like to use, you can put those on without having to take off any skates. In the box, you also get this wireless receiver, which is pill-shaped, and it's actually a pretty cool look. And this actually has LEDs through it, so once you plug it in, it will light up. USB-C port on the back, and then also a rubber base here so it doesn't slide around on your desk. Pretty nice touch. And in the box, you're also going to be getting a braided USB-C to USB-A cable, which feels very high quality. And then at the bottom of the box, you get a user manual, as well as some Ninjutso stickers. And those two options for skates that I mentioned earlier, again, you can choose between either regular skates or a set of dot skates, depending on your personal preference. Personally, I'm going to be putting the regular skates on. All right, here it is. And then on the bottom of the mouse, the only other thing you have is a on-off switch. Let's start with the weight. So the Sora V3 is advertised at 40 grams. On my scale, it comes in at 43.2 grams with the large skates on. So you can probably cut that down if you used the dot skates. But yeah, around 40 grams is a very light mouse. So really no complaints there. If you are a fan of light mice, then this is great. In terms of the weight balancing, it's very balanced here in the center. You can see I can pick it up right in the middle and it doesn't tilt forward or backwards, which is nice because that's right where the sensor is. So in terms of weight balancing, really solid on the Sora V3 as well. Moving on to the build quality, it's actually surprisingly solid, especially for a mouse this light. Squeezing on the side walls of the mouse here, there's no flex or bend. And if I shake the mouse, there's no rattling whatsoever. So yeah, overall just pressing around on the mouse, it feels extremely solid, which is really nice to see. So really no complaints in terms of the build quality. Next up, let's talk about the coating. I have pretty moist hands when I play, and this coating is really nice. It's actually very similar to my Viper V4 Pro. You're going to be getting that grippy plastic feeling. It's not really like a rubberized coating like you would get on an endgame gear mouse, but still very solid. If you have super dry hands, you might find this a little bit slippery, but if you're like me and your hands get a little bit sweaty when you play, this is a really solid grip. Moving on to the clicks here, inside of the Sora V3 are the SPDT hyper switches. These are very light and crispy. You can see here there's very little side play on mouse 1 and 2, and there's very little post and pre-travel. The side buttons as well are very nice and clicky, and again, very little post and pre-travel. The scroll wheel is actually very nice. The steps here are very defined, and the tensioning is a little bit tighter too than my Viper V4 Pro. So if you're a fan of tighter scroll wheels with more defined steps, this is really nice. The only thing I will say though is the mouse 3 does sound kind of hollow when compared to my Viper V4 Pro. But let's do a quick sound test here so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Really quick, let's touch on the sensor technology as well as the battery life because they kind of go hand in hand here. The Sora V3 has something called raw motion, which is just an upgraded version of motion sync. And it's similar to frame sync on the Viper V4 Pro, where it matches everything up inside of the actual mouse. So your sensor data and your MCU and PC are all synced together. And the benefit of raw motion is that you get reduced input lag, but also as a result of the increased efficiency, you actually get more battery life. So since the sensor is more efficient with raw motion, you're apparently able to get up to 3 times more battery life. I'm assuming that's compared to the previous sensor generation. And Ninjutso is advertising 3.5 weeks on 1000 Hertz polling and 1 week on 8000 Hertz polling. And that's with 5 to 6 hours of active use per day. So pretty nice to see and pretty impressive. That just means that you can charge your mouse less often now. All right, now let's get into the shape here. The Sora V3 is the same shape as the Sora V2, and you'll hear a lot of people say that the Sora is primarily a claw grip mouse. Now, I have 19 by 10 centimeter hands, and I do primarily use a claw grip, and the Sora shape is very comfortable for me. You can see the front of the mouse here is angled down, and you also have a hump towards the back, so it really fills in the back of your palm here when you do a claw grip on it, and overall it's just a solid shape for claw grip. The side buttons are positioned nicely too, so I can just slide my thumb up and hit them very easily. I would also be extremely comfortable using this with a fingertip, just like this, just moving my hand back a little bit and not touching the back of my palm. Using this in a fingertip is very comfortable as well, just because that front is so low. So this is definitely more of a claw fingertip mouse. Palm grip definitely, for me at least, is very uncomfortable just because of how small the mouse is. If you have very small hands, you could probably palm grip this mouse, but if you're going to palm grip, this probably isn't the ideal shape for that. The Sora definitely caters more towards that claw fingertip, but overall a really solid shape. Let's actually put in a couple of my other claw grip favorites. One of them being the Lamzu Atlantis is another claw grip mouse that I recommend. You can see the Atlantis is a little bit wider, so the Sora definitely feels a lot smaller in the hand. Another one that's really good is the Endgame XM2. So there's the Endgame XM2. This one is a little bit closer to the Sora in terms of the width, as you can see here, but the Sora is still slightly skinnier and also a little bit lower as well towards that front. And then just for fun, here it is compared to the Logitech Super Strike. You can see the front of the Sora here is just way lower, which I definitely prefer mice with lower front ends. But obviously it's just personal preference. If you're somebody who uses a claw grip primarily, this is definitely a shape that's worth trying out. Super comfortable for claw grip. Here's the dongle all plugged in, by the way, with the default RGB. It's actually a very cool looking dongle. The LEDs are pretty nicely diffused throughout the entire dongle here. And then you can also take this top cap off too, if you prefer that, but I'm gonna leave that on. So let's actually get into the software here. Ninjutso does have web-based software, which is really nice to see, and it's very straightforward as well. First tab here, you can do your remapping. Second tab is going to be where you can change all of your performance settings, so your DPI, for example. Hyperclick, this apparently reduces click latency, so I'm just going to turn that on. And then you can choose two different engines. You either have a standard engine or you have the burst engine. Apparently the burst engine has better tracking and micro adjustment, but you're going to have shorter battery life. And then you also have a different performance setting here as well. You have competitive and then competitive ultra being the two fastest. Obviously, again, the trade-off being battery life. Liftoff distance setting, a slam click setting, sleep time, as well as a polling rate setting. So this is kind of what the settings will look like if you just want the highest performance here. Third tab here is going to be your LED settings for the dongle. Fourth tab here is going to be where you record all your macros. And then on the bottom here, you have your settings tab where you can do the pairing, reset, and update the firmware. So yeah, really basic web-based software here, but it gets the job done and does everything you need it to. All right, getting into my in-game performance on the Sora V3, I really had no issues using this mouse. I didn't get any sensor issues that were on this mouse previously. There was no floating sensations that I was feeling on the sensor. Everything tracked very nicely, and I felt like my movements corresponded in-game very well. Obviously, with a top-of-the-line sensor and MCU like this, you're really not going to run into any performance issues, especially if the software and firmware is all dialed in. So yeah, I was aiming really well with this mouse. I do enjoy using shapes like this that are aggressively catered to claw grip, since I am a claw grip user. The Sora V3 shape just felt very natural in my hand. So yeah guys, that was the Ninjutso Sora V3. Overall, a really solid mouse. I honestly have no complaints about it. Solid shape, solid performance, solid build quality, and it's very lightweight as well. The only thing is, if you are on a tight budget, it is slightly expensive. But other than that, if you just want a lightweight, solid claw grip mouse, the Sora V3 is definitely worth checking out. But yeah guys, I hope this video helps, and I'll leave a link to the Sora V3 in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.